I want to welcome all of the Aspire loan officers on the call, and especially all of their real estate agents who are on this call. We do this call once a month for the benefit of both the loan officer and the real estate agent, because loan officers can gain a ton of information to go back out to more real estate agents, more ways in order to leverage the system in order to grow their business. I'll tell you, I think in the last 30 days, we've gotten so many success stories, and we're getting, pictures sent to us, and just some really good, great things are happening in the community. So keep it up, guys. It's we've always said this. This is not a diet pill. This is a gym membership, and when you put a little bit of work into it, man, you are going to see the results, and we're seeing them. And I just want to thank you and acknowledge all the people that are in action right now around this. So, loan officers, take what we're talking about, go use this to talk to more real estate agents. And real estate agents, yeah, if there's anything that right now, as you're taking this book out to your vendor partners, meeting with your buyers, if you're having anything that's coming up and that you want a little bit of coaching through, help with, that's what we're here to do as well. So I'm going to encourage everybody that to raise your hand. We're going to promote you to a panelist. Hopefully, we'll figure that piece out. But promote you to a panelist, and yeah, let's work with you, because if you're having that same question, there's a good chance that a bunch of people on this call are having that same question as well. So as always, I'm joined here with co-founder Rich Clayton. Rich, am I sounding all right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Rick, you sound great. You look great. And one more thing I just want to add is,
Did I get a haircut today?
well, it's a beautiful haircut.
Thanks.
Not only if you have questions regarding, what you can or can be doing better out there with your preferred business partners, but if you're having any issues, like if you had a meeting and it didn't go the way you expected, or you're not getting the feedback, or things aren't happening the way you had anticipated, let us know. Give us that feedback. And, like Rick said, we've been doing this for 4 or 5 years and creating some incredible relationships, committed, sending referrals back and forth to one another, really, moving our relationships from casual to intentional. So, we've done it. We've probably overcome many obstacles that you're having out there. So, raise your hand through the call today. Let us know not only what issues you're having, but if you've had some really successful wins, we'd love for you to share it live, or at least, put in a chat in the Q&A. Let us know what you're up to, and let us share with the group. And, also using the Facebook page as well. Share it with the community and let them know what you're doing so everybody can benefit from it.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So let this be interactive. It's just fun to be on a webinar when people are raising their hands, asking questions. And again, I think you're I saw a hand go up and then I saw it come back down. So I'm going to follow whoever was that, and don't be shy. So, hey guys, I want to follow up. I want to share my screen. I want to go through some of the things that are happening on the Aspire Marketing Systems partner page. Now, listen, if you guys are not on this page, loan officer, real estate agent, partners, everybody should be on this page, because, man, we're getting some really good shares on that. So I am going to share my screen here, and Rich, just tell me if you've got my screen. Nope, because I didn't share. Got it. You got my screen?
I got it.
All right, I'm going to go through this quickly, guys, and again, point out a couple of things that we've got. People are up to big things in here. Man, Wilson is a incredible real estate agent out on the West Coast. He's got, he actually got a brand new camera, so he's trying it out on his boy Jesse. And again, he's going out.
Hey guys, it's Jesse from Jesse Udom Real Estate. Today, I'm very excited to share with you this playbook that I created for my partner, Wilson.
Yeah, so he's getting out there to his social media. He's he's broadcasting, which has been huge. Again, all of our calls. We had Craig O on the call. I believe it was the last month or the month before. Guy up to big things in the Connecticut market. Put his head down, and he just received his first direct referral from one of his business partners on the playbook. So that's a great win. Posting that there. People are posing questions. Here's one of the things. So we got a couple of questions from people when we sent this webinar out that people wanted to address. So if you were the one that asked it, I might ask you to be promoted to panelist. But if not, I'll answer the question and we can talk about it. One of those things were how to throw a partner event. And I think there's two different ways you can do it. We're going to talk about that. But Rich Primrose and Jules, they're actually at the Buffini event. We're going to have them be on the call today. They can't be with us. So hopefully they'll get this on the replay. So they had a great event. I think they're up to like 25 partners, maybe 20 partners in their book. And they just threw a cocktail event, and they're crushing it right now with that. I'll actually, I might be able to pull up the email in a minute here. Again, pictures with the playbook, really telling the buyers what they've got as a value add. VJ interviewed him twice. He's a good dude out of the Boston market, Jeremy Devaney's partner. And he talks. This is just a video out to the buyers about what he can offer them. But I actually interview him down here. I'll get to that in a second. But, we got Chital Asano doing a Facebook Live with one of his partners, Ted, right in his office. Man, this is awesome. Shows partnership. It shows what Ted has to offer to his people. This is a 4-minute video that my partner, Josh Leoch, did. Guys, go check this out, man. What Josh is doing is he's taking the book, putting it on steroids, and Josh is doing a preferred vendor of the month, where he's promoting one of his vendors to all of his community, and each vendor is giving up a discount, naming Josh as the reason for the discount, and just creating this community. And he's given back to his vendors, and Josh is just known in his circle as being a connector. So go check out this video here, and just start simple, but amazing. I interviewed VJ on what we're also going to talk about, like I said, on a playbook vendor mixer that he threw. He had 30 people in the room. These weren't people that he had necessarily sat down with and had the conversation with yet. It was really a cattle call to figure out who was interested in being in the book, and then he narrowed it down and is creating one-on-one calls. So anyway, that's just some of the things that we've got on the in the partner page. If you're not part of it, man, I encourage you. Why not get there? Again, another agent, Laura Rosen, up to big things. She's got a video there that she got a ton of responses back. So, guys, use the Aspire Marketing Systems partner page. It's just a ton of great value there. So I'm going to stop sharing. We'll go back to our faces here. A bunch more people jumped on. So that's cool. Anybody have any questions or want to kick this off with any questions before we start to answer some of the questions that some of the agents wrote in around two topics? So, all right. I'm not seeing any hands raised, although I did see a hand for a second there. So,
and of course, if there's anybody that wants to go live, we can make you promote you to a panelist, and we can talk one-on-one here with either Rick or myself. We'd love to hear what you're up to, what hurdles you're running into, or what successes you're having that you can share with the community. And like we've said in the past, we really want you to be present on these calls and show up with not what can I get from the call, but like being the material. Like, what can I offer the community and give everybody else some successes that you've had so they can go off and be as successful as you've been. And that's going to come back tenfold when everybody's doing and sharing and adding a lot of value to these calls and to the site and to our playbook page, to our Facebook page, because we want everybody to learn from everybody else, because what we're really building is a community of successful people that are going out in the world and really making a difference. So we'd love to have somebody on today's call.
And also too, like loan officers, like I got, I'm seeing some loan officers on here up to big things right now. And if you've got some success stories that your agents are going out and doing, bring that in as a loan officer perspective. Chad on the call, I know he is a big player, and I know we've got we're calling you guys out. Clifford's on the call, and so again, think of some ways to maybe add some value. We're going to talk about two different topics that came in. Some questions. The first one was actually two agents had talked about that they feel like they've kind of hit a little bit of a wall, really tapping into their sphere of influence. We call this low-hanging fruit. People that know you, love you, trust you. You've got them in your phone. It's someone that you may have used in the past, currently refer. They've met with them. They're in the book now. Now what? So, we want to just address this a little bit to, okay, now that you've gone after that low-hanging fruit, now what do we do? The first thing that I would do is typically when you're in conversations with people or their reputation, you kind of know that, are they a connector? Are they not? What type of individual are they? And so I know that when Rich and I first launched our playbooks here, we had to do the same thing, especially when we were filling our own personal playbooks. And, we would go, okay, I've got my CPA, I've got my estate planner. Now I don't have like a rock star financial planner. Where do I go? I don't want to go to Google. Yeah, no, don't. But what you want to do is you want to start to tap on people who probably have people surrounding them that are 10, are level 10 players. So I know that because I use in my playbook 3 different financial planners. I just how I look at it, that you've got the people that want to do the high net worth, 500,000 under management plus. You've got the financial planners that will work with school teachers that are just starting out, just saving for retirement and looking to start. So there's a couple of people, and I was missing that high net worth type of CPA. And so my financial planner. So I called my CPA and I said, hey, you probably have some really great people in your network. I'm looking for someone that's looking to cater to my upper echelon income earners that have, $500,000 to $1 million plus. Who could you set me up with that's, 1, looking to grow their business, 2, looking for a strong, solid partnership with a loan officer? And is that someone you can make a warm introduction to for me? And 10 times out of 10, it was, I've got someone and I would be happy to help you guys connect. And I would love to see you guys share business between each other. And that's what I did, and I didn't have a painter. And so I went after the contractor that I work with and said, who, do you know that operates on a high level, that's a painter, that's looking to grow, gets referral relationships, gets the whole thing? And he goes, I got 2 people for you. And let me make you an introduction, sit down with them, see who's a better fit. And quite frankly, I sat down with one of the painters. The guy knocked my socks off. And I said, yeah, not only this that I want to do this with you, but man, I need to exterior of my house, and gave him a $17,000 job. So it's just tapping on people that you have a great relationship with to say, hey, can you do me a favor? Tap into your network. Who do you know that fit these criteria? Work in this area, man, someone that you would trust in your own house and is open and understands the value of a partnership. And so that's a couple of ways that once I hit the wall of people who know me, love me, trust me, and I opened up probably another 150% of people just by going through that. One other thing I'll throw out there, and I'll leave this up to I'll tap Rich in, is, man, social media is one of the strongest places to find people that to recommend. I did this to find my sales assistant, to find a loan officer partner, so why wouldn't you go and do this to find, hey, everybody out there, I am looking to promote and add into my business these different service providers. I have the access to a bunch of buyer referrals to them, and I'm looking for 5-star people who operate and understand what a reciprocal relationship looks like, understands how to honor their word, all that kind of stuff. So let it go, guys. Here are the 6 people that I'm looking for. Like, let it fly. And the best referral, I'm going to give a $25 Amazon card to. Whatever, you see what I'm saying? So that's kind of the things that I would recommend that I would do when I start running out of people to add in the back of the book. Clayton, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so listen, I want to talk about one other thing that we've spoken about several months ago. Vinny, one of real estate agents I worked with, he was doing the breadth game and not the depth game. He was trying to go wide and not deep. And we've talked about this on prior calls. And, I'm going to answer a question that came in from John earlier this week. But, when Vinny started with the playbook, his intention was to go out and get 50 people in the back of his book as quickly as possible. And he did that. In about 3 months, he had about 52 people that business cards in the book. A lot of them had signed up with him to be like a business partner and this opportunity to work with these people and refer business back and forth to one another. And, then he started following up these people and referring people. And, what he found early on was it's not quantity, but it's quality. So you don't want to just throw somebody in there to have a painter, but it's somebody that you want to create a relationship and be really intentional around service levels. So when you refer one of your good clients, or any client for that matter, to a painter, a CPA, a financial planner, what have you, that they're going to provide the level of service to your client that is going to make you look good. So it's not only the benefit of being able to refer somebody to somebody in your preferred business partner community, but also somebody that's going to provide the level of service that you would expect them to do for you. And we don't want to leave that up to expectation. So we want to have an agreement around that. So form an agreement about service levels. So the question that came in from John was, Rich, how many people should I have in the back of my book? And again, it's the depth game and not the width game. I would say, as many as you can that are going to provide the level of service to you and your clients that you would expect, and that you can build a relationship based on service level agreements, but also reciprocity. Because when you're continuously referring somebody, like there's an opportunity there for you to say, do you have anybody that that's looking to buy or sell real estate in the towns or areas that I do business in? So they're going to want to refer you because, listen, you led with give. You started referring them business. You helped them grow their business. So, John, it pains me to hear when I talk with one real estate agent, or sometimes I do these group presentations, and I always have real estate agents raise their hand and say, on every transaction, whether it be buy or sell, how many people do you refer your client to? And 80% raise their hand and say less than 5. Well, in any transaction, at least on the buy side, you have the lender, an attorney or a title company, home inspector, and insurance. Like those are the 4 natural ones. But is there an opportunity to recommend them to, a home cleaner, a landscaper, a CPA, someone who walks their dogs? Like there's so many opportunities. And I hear all the time real estate agents, raising their hand in an office meeting saying, I just had a client that asked me if they know a good roofer. Does anybody have a good roofer? And I'm thinking, oh my God, opportunity. Like you should say, oh, I've got a great roofer. Here's what he's going to provide to you. Let me refer him. Instead, what they do is they're referring them to somebody else that they're getting credit for it instead of you're getting credit for it. So, John, to answer your question, how many people should you have in the book? Start with 5 or 10. And then, like Rick said, this isn't a diet pill. It's a gym membership, meaning it's going to take some work to get the results. But go out and have meetings with people and be intentional about what you're looking for in the meeting and add to that. Get to 12, get to 20, get to 25. On the website under the additional training modules, we have the list of the top 50. So, go back to the site, pull down that document, and see who you're missing in the back of your book. Are you missing a CPA? Are you missing a landscaper? Are you missing a locksmith, a handyman? Go back and look at the list and say, oh yeah, I need to add this person because I don't want to have to refer them to somebody else or another agent's business partner. I want to be able to refer them to my business partner. And, Rick had talked about the low-hanging fruit, going after the 5 or 10 that you already do business with, and then going out to your past clients, your friends and family, going out to the people that you already have in your playbook and asking them, hey, do you know a good real estate attorney? Do you know a good landscaper? Do you know a good so-and-so? And you're going to get referrals from people, and that's how you're going to help grow your community. So, John, really to answer your question, there's no number. The more the better, but you want people in your book that are deep with you, meaning you've created a relationship. It's based on service levels. There's somebody that you know, love, and trust, that when you refer a client to them, they're going to do what you want them to do. They're going to make you look good. And the more and more you do this, the more and more opportunity there is for them to refer you business in return.
Yeah, good. I think that the takeaway here is just really simple, right? It's not a numbers game. It's a referral game. We're not in this to tout. I've got 30 people in the back of my book. I want to tell. I've got 30 referrals from the people in the back of my book. So well, cool. Anybody have any questions on that? Anybody struggling with that? Now's your time. Raise your hand. Put it in the chat box, Q&A. Clayton's got a handle on that. So what I want to do is switch gears here a little bit, talk about that second question that came in is like, hey, where do I start around creating a mixer? So, and there's 2 ways to look at this. You can create a mixer to bring people in originally and to talk about the opportunity. Then drill down one-on-one meetings after that for people that are interested, creating that casual, committed conversation, right? Going from casual, making them committed, sending you business, sending them business, getting them in the back of the book. The other way to do it is do the one-on-ones, create your community, and then have a mixer bringing everybody together. One of the things, I'm going to share my screen one more time. I'm going to bring up an email that was sent to us a couple of weeks ago. And again, that's why we love the feedback, guys. Like we thrive off of it. We know what this is going to do in our business, but we don't know what it's doing in yours unless you tell us. So this is a email that Jake received from Rich and Julie Primrose. They Devin Farner from Finance of America out in the Midwest. They're his partners. So I'm going to share this, and I want to just kind of read through it and just and tell you kind of what they're up to around this whole concept. So I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a BNI guy. That's just because I'm not a morning person, and I'd rather network with a beer in my hand as opposed to coffee. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're with me. Rich, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Can you see this email?
I can.
All right. So I'm just going to read it to you guys real quick. We've been meeting with a minimum of 2 to 3 business owners a week, face-to-face over coffee, since we received the book in January. Everyone invited to our mixer has been vetted in our book. So again, VJ, he did a cattle call. He had 30 people show up. He networked with them. They'll network with each other. Then he talked about the opportunity. These guys are doing it different. They're doing the coffee meetings 2 to 3 times a week. And vetted everybody. Then they invited them to this mixer. So our goal is to get at least 50 vetted business owners in the back of the book. We're halfway there in less than 3 months. Yeah, guys, these guys have absolutely put their arms around the concept of creating referral relationships, right? I promise you, they're not spending $10,000 a year, $20,000 a year in Zillow. Like, they're about relationships. So not sure if you're familiar with Buffini and Company. Julie and I, Buffini coaches, members since 2011. The book in the Buffini principles of the business-to-business referrals align perfectly. And again, these guys are live, breathing, sleeping it. They're at a conference right now. That's why they're not on the phone with us. Hopefully next month we'll get them on the call. For more recent email, I'll let you know we continue to meet 2 to 3 business owners a week and now up to 30 at this time. Here's the pictures of our business card collection. You're missing 2 to 3 stacks, but you get the point. So let me see if I can call this up. Seems like they're sending this stuff on like pictures from a flip phone, but you guys get that. You guys get the hint, right? I mean, these guys are up to creating a network of people they can count on, that can count on them for referrals, and they can count on for referrals. So anyway, wanted to share that with you guys because that's just how these guys are looking to leverage it. So again, VJ Divine, it's in the on the Facebook page, my interview with him. Go check it out. And what he's just talking about is bringing people together in a happy hour situation, inviting them as a network mixer. He's getting up and talking about the power of referrals. He's getting up and showing his platform that he's chosen to use, i.e. the Real Estate Buyer's Playbook, how it works, how it changes his relationship with his buyers, right? Walking them through the whole entire process. His buyers don't have any questions whatsoever when they're going and they're moving into the process of buying a home. Then he goes into the back of the book and shows, where their cards would be and the power of reciprocal, the power of finding ways to go and refer each other. And, this kid is just crushing it because he understands that business is built on relationships. So he's making that his business. Again, back to the Primrose, they've done the work of the one-to-one meetings. They've vetted everybody prior to even inviting them to a networking mixer. And going in, and I can't stress enough the importance of when you're sitting down with these individuals, talking about that this isn't casual. Like you're sitting here and everybody's busy and you're taking time out of your world to be together, that you're looking to create a committed relationship with a human being. And that you as the real estate agent are leading with that give. I'm leading with the fact that I'm going to meet with 20 buyers this year and all 20 are going to know who you are and the importance of what you do. And yeah, I'm just really clear that I'm looking for a partner that is looking to do the same thing for me. Yeah, is that something we're committed to? And a lot of real estate agents are taking that one extra step, and I highly recommend it. Some people think it's a little edgy, but taking out that level agreement. And with your proposal as well, but you're taking it out and you're saying, hey, I want to sign this with you, and I'm going to start first. I want you to know that, man, when you send me a family member, someone that you're working with, you're painting their home or helping their finances, I want you to know where I'm going to be coming from when the phone rings or the email is sent and you're referring them me a deal. I'm committed to getting back to them, if not same day, within 24 hours. I'm committed to, being upfront, honest, not blowing them up over rates or fees, and not over promising and telling them I can do something I can't, right? Biting off more than I can chew. Yeah, this is really important that anybody that works with me or sending me referrals, really important that you know this of me, that I'm going to commit to this. Yeah, it'd mean a lot if I could, if you could sign this as well, because I just know that, when I'm referring you a deal, that we're on the same page here. It's really clean. It's clear. Yeah. And if I can understand if you're not open to signing it, and that might be a pause for me. If you can, if you're going to call clients back in 72 hours, then yeah, it's probably not someone that I'm looking to align with right now. I hold people to a different standard when people are referring me, that I'm gonna really go above and beyond. That's just the partner I'm looking for, and this isn't a good match, and that's really cool. I enjoyed learning about you and grabbing a cup of coffee. So yeah, that's it. We're done. But it's so great to figure that out up front. And Rich, I know you're kind of chomping at the bit to add to it.
Well, I am. I just wanted to address a comment that we got here from Cheryl, and Cheryl said, I've given referrals to this builder for about 6 years, and in 6 years I never got a referral back. And based on our meeting that we had a couple weeks ago, I met with him again, and I've known this guy for like 6 years. I met with him again, and I showed up intentionally instead of casual, and I told him like what I want out of a relationship. And we talked about the service level agreement that you've been talking about, and I started saying like, this is important to me when I refer you somebody, and let me know what's important to you when you refer me somebody. And she uncovered all this context about like the builder said, yeah, when you refer somebody, I'll get back to them on the weekend. And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. No, I'm in real estate. Like, I need to get back to them the same day. I mean, I'd like for you to get back to them in an hour if you can, but the same day would be great. But getting back to my client in a week, like that's not acceptable to me. And he said, boy, I never knew that. Nobody ever told me that before. And what they did is they started creating this service level agreement by telling each other and being intentional around what each and other wants in a referral. And just last week, she got a referral from this builder after not getting a referral from him in 6 years. She got her first referral from him, and he referred the client the way she wanted to be referred and communicated the way and set expectations for that client. And the builder knew exactly how she was going to respond to the client because we had that commitment together. So that was huge. And I also want to talk about one thing that, I did talk with Cheryl, and Rick, you had mentioned the word leverage. Think about this. You have 20, 30, 40 people in your sphere, and the builder refers Cheryl a client. You now have 39 or 38 other people that you can refer business to. So think about that. If you have a committed relationship with 40 people in your sphere, if you will, your centers of influence, and every person over the next 12 months refers you one client, that's 40 more referrals that you're going to get over and above what you're already doing, but it's also 39 referrals that you can give to each and every one of those. Think of the leverage, think of the power in that. For every one referral you give me, I'm able to give 39 referrals back. That's huge. So because Cheryl's been setting up her community and going back and being intentional around service levels, they're starting to refer her more clients and more business, that she now not only getting the client, getting the business, getting the buyer or the seller, but she now has that client to leverage back to everybody else in her community and refer that many more people to her community. So it's not all one way about just giving, hoping to get, but it's giving, and when you get, you're able to give 25, 30 times more. That's leverage, and that's the relationship that we're trying to create. And yeah, we do that with service level agreements, and my agents use their written service level agreement and have their business partners sign that. And they're getting some real successes by getting referrals back in return. So Cheryl, thanks for writing in. Really appreciate your feedback. You're off to great stuff, and I know you're going to double your business this year. So I'm really excited for you.
Yeah, cool. So, anybody have any questions on the events? Definitely raise your hand, and even if it's a question, we can answer it if you're too scared to come on and be with us. A couple of things I want to do is I want to share with you what that partnership agreement looks like, so I'm going to go attempt to share my screen here again. So it's going to be screen. There we go. All right. So Rich, tell me if I'm doing this right. Share. All right. You got it?
Yeah, it's up there, and be sure to talk about the customization of it.
Yeah. So guys, this is both in the real estate agent and the loan officer training on the website. And I'm going to go into the training section here in a second. But this is a Word document, right? Edit it. Put your logos here. I always, when I do it, I always put the logo of my logo and the logo of the partner right there. I mean, I think it just shows that you're just you're partners with them in this. And it just says that as it relates to standards, both parties agree to the following. It's not hard, guys. This is exactly what we want, right? Return all phone calls 24 hours. Treat clients with respect. Be clear and transparent, upfront with fees. Honor your word. I'm going to call them back by 3. You're going to call them back by 3. Build credibility with one another during the conversation. Yeah. Listen, Janet referred me over to you, and she says you're a rock star. Definitely pump up the other party. Know your limitations. Yeah, don't overpromise, right? And so, you're just printing and signing, guys. It's a Word document. You have the ability to play with it. Now I'm going to flip over to another screen here. So utilize it. It allows you to create a whole different dynamic. All right, Clayton, can you see my?
I can.
Screen. Okay. All right, a couple of things. I'm in the loan officer view of the website, but just know, real estate agents, you've got your own training on the website. It looks a lot like this. Okay. What I will tell you guys is we're revamping the whole website as far as the training modules go. Right now, this is what we've got. But listen, the content is still huge. So go through, and if you haven't done the training, both real estate agent and loan officers, I implore you, I challenge you to spend some time on it. It's going to be extremely valuable and help you get to your end goal, and that's successful referrals week in and week out. So that can be found here under the service level agreement. Okay, loan officers and real estate agents have all of that. Again, this is the training for the loan officers. For the loan officers out there, if you've not done the modules, man, you guys are doing yourself a disservice. I want to do one other thing real quick is we just launched a new business development training system, Fortify Their Business. That's for loan officers to get with their real estate partners. So real estate partners, if you want to know what's going on with Fortify Their Business, tell your loan officer to check it out and connect with you on it. So let's see. I don't see any questions. I know, Rich, you've been monitoring it. I don't see any questions for us. We're gonna cut this short, guys. We don't need to have an hour call for just to have an hour call. So if we've added value on that, on those two options, those two segments, I hope that's the case. If you guys have any questions, want to ask any questions, want us to work with you through it. Again, if you don't want to come live on, you can just throw the question in the Q&A and we'll answer that. We'll give you guys a couple seconds here before we jump off. Clayton, do you have anything else to add before?
Yeah, and if you don't think of any questions now, if you get off the call and say, I meant to ask them the question, you can always go to support@aspiremarketingsystems.com. Jake, myself, or Rick can answer those questions for you. And I've got a challenge for you guys, for our real estate partners out there. You're up to some great things. You're creating relationships. You are having some wins. We're hearing them. We're getting feedback, but not hitting the Facebook page as much as we'd like. We're not sharing with the rest of the community all the wins that everybody's having. So if you have a win over the last couple of weeks, or you have one over the next couple of weeks before our next realtor call a month from now, would you go on to the Partner Playbook Facebook page and post something? Post something that you had a real successful event or a meeting, or you took some great video or pictures. We do a favor, you post that for the community, and we're gonna give you something special next month for doing so. So we ask that you do that. That would help us out a lot and help out everybody else in the community. So that's about all I have to add, and I'll leave it to Rick to close for today.
All right, guys. Yeah, thanks very much. We appreciate you being part of the community. We appreciate your interactions. We love the communication that you're having with Jake. He's sharing it all with us. So get out there. Continue to add your relationships. I mean, I'll tell you, I love this quote, and I don't even remember who said it. Certainly wasn't me. Someone extremely smart. But he said, if you believe that business is built on relationships, make that your business, right? Just drives home to the point where, man, you could be valuable to so many people out there. And they could be valuable to you. And then when you lead with give, man, good things happen. Good things come back to you in spades. One thing I'll leave with you is a new book that I just got people have been raving about it for 10, 15 years, but it's Never Eat Alone. It's a book that just talks about, man, if you're having lunch by yourself, maybe you should be having lunch with someone else, someone of influence, someone that's just a great person that you could learn something from, that you could help as well. Never Eat Alone. I mean, it's just clear, right? Get out there, be with people, create relationships, and you will continue to knock the cover off the ball. So with that being said, I want to wish you guys a great, great year. Happy spring. I don't know, in Boston, the sun is finally out. It's not raining as hard. So go out, enjoy it. And if we can do anything for you or be of any assistance, please let us know. See you guys.